Hello, friends. We are at day 29. I am actually not feeling too well, so I am going to keep it shorter than usual. We are day 29 of 30 of 30 days live streaming about equitable grading in STEM. It's based off of this equitable grading planner. The planner I can't even, oh, the book is over there. But the planner is based off of the book Equity Builds Expertise 9 Strategies for STEM Teachers to Reach All Students. There I am. So here's the book. And we are on day 29. Day 29 is all about peer acknowledgement. This is actually a fun thing to incorporate. And to make sure that you are purposeful about incorporating into your classroom as an equitable STEM teacher. The quote that reads for today is collaboration and equity go hand in hand. And that is so true as we look at what is equitable and try to increase our equitable practices. We need to ensure that we are being collaborative and we are allowing students to be collaborative in the classroom space. And so we're going to explore peer support through peer learning and our equitable classroom. So here's a reflection prompt for you today. How can students support each other's growth? How can peers support each other's growth in your classroom? And one way to ensure that that's happening is to plan some sort of peer acknowledgement activity. So, one such activity, which I talk about here, is developing this quarterly or monthly review. We've done this already in previous days. If you remember, we had students reflect on their own performance and their growth. But now it comes down to not only having them share what they've learned about themselves, what they've grown in, what they'd like to grow in for moving forward, but this is an opportunity for students to give shout outs. And so, a strategy that I like are peer shout out cards where students can give short peer shout outs on collaboration or growth and understanding during some sort of weekly class meeting. So you'll have to schedule it. It could be something that you do right after an assessment where students have a little bit of time, but it's nice. It's a nice activity that allows students to uh, celebrate each other and again celebrate growth. So I would ask students to purposefully find out from when they're listening with their peers, listen for the growth, listen for the change, and then that's what gets shouted out, right? That's what we elevate. And so, one of the things is with that is that you want to make sure that students are learning how to appropriately engage in conversations with each other. And so, something as simple as I noticed that you, or when I looked at this particular assignment, there is evidence of growth because you used to X and now you Y, right? And so giving students sometimes those prompts helps them be better about how they give that precise praise. Let me just, I got logged out for a minute. Um, Yeah. And so that's just one strategy by having students complete those cards. And I think they're fun because you could post them afterwards in your classroom. You can post them and have a wall. This can go back to one of the other strategies that we discussed the other day around having the growth wall. where you highlight that, you can put some of these peer acknowledgements, or students can take them. It could be a card that they hand off to each other, which is also nice. And they can start off, you can give them starting prompts like, I want to recognize blank because they helped me with, or I saw them improve at, or they worked hard on. Those are all great sentence starters that the more we teach students how to praise each other, the better that they'll be about it as they continue on their learning journey. So, when it comes to peer recognition, that fosters the collaboration and confidence that we want to build in our students. If you remember that this section is all focused on building student self efficacy and their belief in the belief that they are capable of being successful in their class. All right. I am going to end here. It was 6 minutes, and I'm going to end as I always do, and that is that every grade tells a story. So make it one worth telling. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow as we wrap up our 30-day live streaming. Bye.